In the last week or so of November every year, Australia has a tradition called Schoolies Week, and it's a bit like spring break, but it's for graduates who have just finished their high school and they want to go out with all their mates and have a big splash. Well, normally thousands, probably tens of thousands of them come over here to Bali and just cut loose, and it's a bit surprising because most of these people are still 17, 18 years old, and the drinking age over here technically is 21. But I tell you what, you don't often get anyone asking for ID for cigarettes or alcohol, and you can buy most of all of that in at the local corner shop or the supermarket. So I was expecting I was going to see a lot of dramas and troubles. I thought, well, let's go out. Saturday night, Schoolies week's just finishing up, and there's been a few little dramas in town. A few people have sent me some video clips, so thanks guys for that. We'll put them on and have a look at what the Aussie bogans have been doing. But see tonight, it looks a little bit quiet tonight already, but I'm going to do a bit of a lap around, see what I can find, and see if we can't find some Aussies being pillocks. I don't know, having some fun. As long as they behave themselves, as long as they don't end up in hospital or jail and they get on the plane and go home, that's a good thing. But every year you hear some horror stories, and Bali's not the place you really want to get messed up too much. Wander home by yourself, too drunk to know where your home is. You can get yourself in a bit of stripe over here. So come with me and we'll take a look around. So Saturday night, the last night of Schoolies week, and we've got people up and down the streets looking to see how many people we can get. Yeah, boss. And see what's happening with the Schoolies. Yes, I am, brother. So here we go. We're going to do a bit of a lap down the main road and just see what we've got. See if Australians have been behaving themselves or not, because there've been a couple of reports. There's been a bit of strife, but so far it looks pretty under control. So despite the usual traffic jam downtown Kuta, a lot of taxis, most of them look empty, and to be honest, there's not a lot of Aussies here to find. Maybe they're all gone back to their hotels, maybe they're all down the beach. There's a good chance they're down here at Sky Garden or one of the more busy nightclubs. There we go, there's a few. And have a look down along the beach just to prove that there's no one down there. I'm really surprised that there's almost no one around. It's been a pretty reasonable week for Schoolies, but it's not monstrous. Here's a few more. altercation back there, but nothing too serious. So once upon a time on a Saturday evening, about midnight, which is where we are now, about 12:30, you couldn't walk down the main street of Kuta. You certainly couldn't just casually stroll past or drive past places like Bounty or Paddy's, because there were tens of thousands of people just up and down the street all night, and it was just wall-to-wall people. All the shops were open. The side streets were just electric. There was an air about Kuta and Legian that just yeah, it was magnetic. Certainly when I was a young fella, which was a couple of years ago, that was the place to be. So I tell you what, I've worked out I might be just too old to be in the right place. Maybe everyone's over in the new areas now, Canggu and over to Petty Tangut and over there. They tend to get a much younger crowd. Whether it's the right crowd for Schoolies week or not, the reason I question that is that drinking age in Bali is 21 years old, and most people on Schoolies are 17 or 18, so I don't know where they get drunk, how they get, but I imagine they find a way. To be honest, I don't think there's a lot of places over here that check ID. I've never seen it happen for cigarettes or alcohol, and I'm just talking about the local corner shop, the old Circle K. You can go and buy a beer or a Smirnoff on ice or something there, and a packet of smokes. No one's ever going to look at your ID. So I was sort of expecting a lot worse, and I'm just down here past the Hard Rock Cafe. Be careful how I say that. I'm down along Kuta Beach, and there's nobody that I can see wandering the beach area. Absolutely. A few local bikes, a few people just getting ready to go home, probably from running their rooms or the bars or whatever. And a few stragglers around, but not what you would call active nightlife. So as busy as Shishi is, which is one of the leading nightclubs in the whole of Bali, the vast majority of them did not look like Australian Schoolies. Welcome to what I call the Tequila District, where you're bound to find hundreds and hundreds of young people dancing and having a great time. Look, I've got to say, hasn't been the night I expected it to be. Sort of started off a bit weird too, because just after I finished filming the opening sequence, went past what I'm pretty sure was a fatal motorbike accident. There's a few police cars, a lot of people standing around, and yeah, it didn't sort of put me in a great mood, but it happens over here, unfortunately. Now, there didn't look to be any Westerners there, and in fact, I've hardly seen any Aussies all night. Now, they were here earlier in the week, and maybe they've all gone home. Maybe I'm too old to know much about Schoolies, but it was very surprising. I don't get shocked in Bali terribly often, but I was really surprised to find that all of the big party venues, including places like Mexicola and places at this time of night, are normally just packed and pumping full of people. Unless they're all going somewhere else. I went down the beach, I went all the way through Petit Tanget and Seminyak and all the way up to Canggu. The beach bars are just about dead empty, and Leggy and Seminyak just about all shut down. There were so many bars and clubs that normally on a Saturday night at 1 o'clock are just still pumping, and a lot of them are closed. So pretty surprised to be honest, but they've had a bit of fun. And I'll leave you with this little clip, because obviously there's a few had a bit of a skinful. I'll just give you a warning though. The legal drinking age here in Bali is 21 years old, and look, generally if you're behaving yourself, you're not running amok, they're not going to get too stroppy with you. But if you do get out of hand, the police got a lot of powers up their sleeves to wake you up to yourself. So just be bloody careful. Enjoy your time here in Bali, and if you're coming over, let me know and I'll catch up with you, because I'll see you when you get here.
What the fuck's going on? Australians are stupid. This is good footage. They're threatening me. Oh, security, security! Look at this guy, this guy's gonna fight me. Why, what are you doing? This guy, he wants to fight me.